Hi, my name is Kindred Kuroda,
And I'm Brittany Gunther.
and these are the elements of Catherine Macaulay's life from 1818 to 1831. So, Catherine Macaulay was born in 1778 or 1781 in Dublin, Ireland. It's a little bit hard to tell just because of it was hard to tell like the time frame back then of when everything happened. She had two siblings, a sister named Mary and a brother named James. And Mary had five children. And when Mary passed away, Catherine ended up taking care of her five children. And after the death of Catherine's parents, she moved around quite a bit. She lived with her uncle for a little while and then ended up living with a Protestant couple known as William and Catherine Callahan. And they were kind of wealthy, and William, when he died, he left Catherine with his estate. And she ended up using her inheritance to open the House of Mercy on Bagot Street on September 24th, 1827. And this house was open to the public, and she taught schoolgirls and educated them, and she helped tend to the sick and needy. And it was also open to any woman who just wanted to come and help her in all of the works of mercy that she was doing. And then eventually, she formed the Sisters of Mercy on December 12th, 1831, with the help of Anna Maria Doyle and Elizabeth Harley. So, leadership is defined as influencing workers beyond your formal capacity or job role. And Catherine Macaulay can be seen as an authentic servant leader, meaning she had a well rounded set of values. She knew who she was as a person, and she helped those around her unconditionally, and she did not ask for anything in return. She mentored her nieces and nephews when she took care of them after her sister passed, and she also mentored the children at the House of Mercy that she taught. And she learned her leadership and mentoring skills through taking care of her family and opening the House of Mercy, and that is known as the contingency theory. And Cynthia Nicola's September C model helps us take a deeper look at the elements of Catherine Macaulay's life. So, on a socio-cultural level, the words and languages that were used back then were very different, and that can go like on a whole global level. Just the words in circulation and the language that's used that can be seen in the letters is very different than what we use today. And Catherine Macaulay was close with her family. At an organizational level, she had close bonds and obviously took care of her sister's children when she passed. And she communicated strictly through letters when she needed to, and that is obviously very different than how it is today. And from an economical standpoint, none of the work that Catherine did was to receive money. She did it because she wanted to, and just out of the kindness of her heart, she felt that people needed her and that she was called upon to help those in need. Um, and from a political and legal standpoint, Catherine received clerical criticism because her work wasn't done through a religious congregation, and that is what resulted in her forming the Sisters of Mercy so that she could continue her work and not be judged by anyone. Now, my partner Brittany will continue to discuss the elements of Catherine Macaulay's life.
Continuing off of that, from a technical standpoint, Catherine built the House of Mercy to provide education to less fortunate girls who were not able to receive an education during that time period. Also, during this time, the only means of communication for Catherine was through letters. Also, she helped take care of women who were sick and could not afford health care. From an environmental standpoint, the House of Mercy was built on Bagot Street in southeast Dublin through an estate Catherine inherited from William Callahan. From a critical standpoint, many people criticized the House of Mercy because they saw it as a competitor for the Irish Sisters of Charity founded in 1815. Moving on to management. Management is defined as the formal process of accomplishing organizational objectives through company resources. Catherine showed various management skills such as human and conceptual. Human skills being defined as managing people to get work done, and conceptual being defined as thinking or planning ahead for the unknown. She showed her human skills through leading the Sisters of Mercy and getting everything accomplished that she did in her 10-year lifespan with the Sisters of Mercy. And her conceptual skills were showed through founding the Sisters of Mercy and everyone looking up to her for guidance. Through her management skills, she was able to establish 14 foundations in the 10-year span before she passed. Women in her time were not treated equally, and through her management and leadership, she was able to give them a purpose. In conclusion, Catherine had a passion for her religion, and she knew she wanted to help people. Through Catherine's actions, she helped the broader community of Dublin by caring for children without parents. She gave young women a place to live, provided education for poor and unfortunate children, and cared for those who were sick and dying. During her time, she was a mentor to many people, from children to women who were wanting to become sisters. Through her leadership and management skills, she has become a role model to the current Sisters of Mercy and the future of Carlow University. For our works cited, all of our information was pulled from class materials written by Professor Nicola and the correspondence of Catherine Macaulay, written by Mary Sullivan. We enjoyed learning about Catherine Macaulay's life and all the corporal and spiritual works of mercy she accomplished. We found the September C model to be an interesting and new way to further analyze the elements of Catherine Macaulay's life from 1818 to 1831. Thank you for your attention.